Hi, my name is Mike Barato. We're here at the ADI Snap One booth at InfoComm 2025, showing off the new Episode Pro Audio Business Music System. This is a suite of DSPs, mix amps, 70-volt amplifiers, and wall plate accessories for zone control, SPL, ambient sound monitoring, or audio inputs. The DSPs, we have a 16x8 and an 8x4. They are MOIP enabled, meaning they can accept MOIP transmissions that are on the network. They can also take any local sources and transmit those onto the MOIP network. The mix amps, they're 2x350 and 2x160, fully controllable via the front panel or IP control for remote control and configuration. The amplifiers, we have 8-channel amps and 4-channel amps in 350 watts per channel, 160 watts per channel, and 80 watts per channel. These are also network configurable and controllable. They are direct drive, so 70 volt, 8 ohm, 100 volt, or 4 ohm, selectable via the local UI or the push button configuration on the back if you don't want to get into the IP settings. The wall plate accessories, again, zone control, these all sit on the network and they allow you to control the DSP or the mix amp, any source or any zone, and as an installer you can actually lock out the end user from accessing any of the zones or any of the sources you don't want them to access. So extremely flexible in terms of access for the end user and extremely flexible in terms of permissions and controllability for the end user. The ambient noise sensor will actually monitor ambient noise in the room and send SPL notifications. It will also, based on a threshold set by the installer, will adjust the output volume of the DSP in the zone. Bluetooth pair point, 3.5 millimeter input, and XLR audio input are all MOIP enabled. So you can use them with any of our other MOIP compatible products like binary RXs and TXs or the Episode MOIP amplifiers. Now if you come over here, I want to show you this is the configuration UI. The configuration can be done via network without an internet connection or can be done completely remotely via OvrC. So if you access OvrC, you have access to all of these features natively in OvrC, or you can access this local web UI. So in the local web UI, I have a left panel where I can claim all of the other Episode Pro Audio Business Music hardware units in the system and access them all through one local UI. I don't have to go into different tabs, configure IP addresses, or remember IP addresses to access all the different units. I can adjust them all. So some of the features, I obviously have all of my zones and all of my sources. I can set sources as line type, microphone, MOIP, or noise masking, which will give me access to different frequencies and different noise types. If I go back to mic, I can obviously invert phase, set 48 volts, adjust preamp gain or delay. And then I have my zones. I can set zones as mono or stereo. In this drop down, I assign it to an output. Can also invert the phase, do output trim, do a max volume setting, turn on volume, all the electronic settings such as output gain. I then go into routing and I can route any source to any zone. I can also create mixes that allow me to send any combination of my sources at any relative level to any zone. So here I have mix 1. I want to send mix 1 to the pool. I want to send just the background music to the kitchen, and I want to send the jukebox to the lobby. So I can set that up. I can also send a single source to multiple zones or a single mix to multiple zones. On the microphone input, say the paging microphone, it gives me access to de-esser, feedback canceller, noise gate, and compressor. On any input source, I also have 4 bands of EQ. On any output zone, I have another separate 10 bands of EQ, crossover, and compressor. I have the ability to create messages. I can set presets or scenes. I have a remote trigger on the back of the DSP, the amplifier, and the mix amp that allows me to assign different actions. I can either play messages, I can mute all the zones, or play a source in all the zones. And I have multiple priority settings, so I can set multiple sources to have different prioritization levels for any zone, and I can change those prioritization levels as I need to. I can copy and paste to other zones as needed. Then I have status and settings. That's just in the DSP. So the mix amp and the amplifiers have very similar matrixing and DSP features, and then the wall panels, I can configure those LED brightness, access permissions for the zone controller. I can do that all within the local UI. So for more information on the Episode Pro Audio Business Music System, go to adiglobal.com.